listen to us on the web at kuaw.org. Our email is kuaw985@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at kuaw_radio. Our crowdfunding website is kuaw.tilt.com/kuaw to raise funds for station and tower equipment. I'm Tresman Jackson, producer of the show.
I'm John with an A.
I'm Capri.
I'm Kobe.
And I'm Deontay.
Okay, today is Valentine's Day, so we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. I'm single. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody here is single. So if you had a spouse, what would you do for them on Valentine's Day?
I'm a bit of a kind of a romantic person, so I probably would have like something really creative planned for my spouse. So like,
You're agreeing with that?
Yes.
Something romantic, super romantic. Would you do that?
Yes.
I feel like I wouldn't. That might make me a bad person. I don't really care. But why would you want to go all out for Valentine's Day specifically?
well, I mean, if you care about someone, you want to like express, I guess, your love or whatever for that person. So,
Does it have to be just on this one day, though?
no, I mean, but this is like the day when, like, I mean, you just don't randomly say like, oh, I love you and I want to do stuff for you and stuff like this. Like the day, like Valentine's Day was made to like I think it was at least was made to like,
To really show it.
yeah.
But you got 364 more days to buy some candy and buy some flowers just to say, like, oh, I care about you. You don't have to wait till, like, this one day to be extravagant with the person you care about. So, like, would you say that Valentine's Day is way too commercialized? Like, people just go too far with this sometimes?
It's really not commercialized, but there are other days like to where you can show your loved one, like anniversaries and all the other stuff like Valentine's Day.
Well, I mean, the original meaning of Valentine's Day was to just love, like, not in particularly in a romantic way, but just to love people, your friends, your neighbors, your family. So why is it all about your girlfriend or boyfriend?
Because you're showing them that you love them and want to show them how much you appreciate them.
Has anybody ever been catfished?
No.
What?
No.
You take it too long. You've been catfished before?
Well, yeah. There was this guy, and he had said that he was from here, and like, I guess he just found my number, and he just was like, he's from Kansas City, and he wanted to like meet up with me and stuff like that. So I was like, I don't really know you, and stuff. And so he ended up being like this 30-year-old man, and so he was like texting me and stuff. And so then he like started sending pictures and then like, you know,
Creepy.
yeah. And so he started sending like explicit photos and then he sent like a picture of his face and stuff and I was like, yeah, you're not 12 like I thought you were.
12.
So,
Have you ever catfished anybody?
No.
Nah.
no.
Why would you not catfish somebody? Because I feel like I would not. Okay, I would catfish somebody if I was in like a relationship. It wouldn't be like a stranger. If I was in a relationship and I was like feeling iffy about them, then I would create a new profile, be like, my name is Jessica, how are you, and see if he would cheat. You know? Because
Right.
I mean, like that's the only
yeah.
reason I would catfish. But I would not catfish just to be like, hey, I'm trying to fall in love with a stranger. Should you be flattered if somebody used your picture to catfish somebody?
No.
Yes.
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 Why?
Because they think you cute. And they think you attractive and everything.
Hey, that is true.
So it's
No, that's weird and yeah.
I don't really want to care. Like
I'll be flattered.
take
I'll
it
be
as a
like,
compliment.
yeah, hey, I'm popping.
No,
What's up?
no, people are like crazy, so then maybe they're trying to find you and I'm good.
No, they just take your pictures.
I know, but then like maybe that person will see you, you know, and they'll be like, oh, remember, and like we're on the phone together, and blah, blah, blah. No,
That's why you
I
got
know
the police.
you.
No, that actually happened. That actually happened to my auntie. Somebody used her picture to catfish somebody, and like somebody put her name in the picture and was like, "No, this is my cousin, such and such," and she was like, "Wow, that's my face with a different name." Somebody is really lying on me. So I feel like there's an extent where it's creepy, but I mean, like, I would catfish somebody. I
Yeah.
would.
So you say you would catfish somebody just to find out they're cheating, or you would just?
Yeah, I would catfish my boyfriend.
But what if he gets mad? Because that can lead to
He can get mad.
They
I'll get
have-
mad if he
I think
cheated.
they have like special people to do that anyway, so you don't have to do it
A
yourself.
But
They
I don't
have-
wanna. I don't want
right,
nobody
right.
else in my business
Right,
if I
right,
find
right.
something out.
That's kind of mean.
It's mean, but cheating on somebody is mean.
Right.
But what if he ain't cheating? He just
Then I'm be like, I'm sorry.
Well, if he's just very secretive.
I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm crazy. But it's good. It's good you're not cheating. Do you want some candy?
But what if he did something like call the person on the phone with?
Then I would answer and be like, oh, you thought. You thought. Mhm.
So why not just?
Ask him.
Yeah,
If you ask him, you know he gonna lie. That's boys.
That's
Boys. You talking about ask him? Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you I'm cheating on you. I'm gonna tell you I'm cheating on you.
You could what's that thing called? You know, you got a cousin or a sister or a friend.
That's basically still catfishing if you asking all the questions.
No, but you could. I would ask for somebody's permission first. I wouldn't. You could find
I could just
somebody-
go to Google and be like, pretty girls, and take a picture.
No, because you can search. You can scan a Google image and see if it's online.
But he not gonna do that.
I mean, you don't know that. He might not think
He's
you
not gonna.
catfishing.
Because that's the point. You're not supposed to know.
Okay.
You're listening to KC Teen Scene. This is KUAW.org. You can email us at KUAW985@gmail.com. Is that our Instagram? Instagram is KUAW_radio. And crowdfunding. KUAW.tilt.com/KUAW. That's funding for our station tower so we can be on the radio. Thank you. Okay, the next topic. Today is Valentine's Day, but it is also Black History Month. Can anybody tell me when the first Africans got to America?
I believe it was 1640
It was the 1600s. Do you know why they came?
because the white men, as they were called back then, went to Africa. So they thought they found these new breed of people, and so they thought they weren't Christian and everything, and they thought they weren't humans. So they brought them over to the Americas, and which most of them they found them mostly in Europe. So yeah, they brought them over as slaves on the slave boat, and shackles and chains and
Yes.
everything.
Yeah. Eventually they did do that, but the first Africans that came were not slaves. I didn't know this. Like my auntie told me this a couple days ago. I didn't know this, but the first Africans that came to America were actually indentured servants, not slaves. And it wasn't until like 150 years later that they started the slave trade. And I didn't know that. So like I felt very uncultured. I felt like I didn't know my history. Does not knowing your history make you less self-aware at any point?
Yeah, because like if somebody talking about you and you know your culture and history and everything, and you don't know anything about it, that makes you look ignorant and not know what you're talking about. When people say Black Lives Matter and all that.
You don't even know where you came from.
Yeah, you don't even know where your origins are.
So can you live up to your full potential if you have no idea where you came from?
No,
Why not?
because you don't really know anything about your inner self or your culture. So, like,
So you don't know where you're going until you know, like where you came from, type of thing.
yeah, basically.
That's deep. That's deep.
You are listening to KC Teen Scene. Uh, you can listen to us online at kuaw.org. Our email is kuaw985@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at KUAW_radio. Crowdfunding is kuaw.tilt.com/KUAW. It helps with our station tower and equipment for us.
All right, slavery is obviously over, but I feel like black people are still in like a mental state of slavery, in my opinion. And I saw some picture on Facebook and it made me think, what if racism isn't actually as big of a deal as people are making it today? And instead, we're just blaming racism for almost every situation only because we've been conditioned to believe that everyone is against us, especially white people. So would you agree with that?
Racism is not that big a deal. Not now. Now it is a big deal, but not
As big as they're making it?
Yes, because like it's really not, because the things people do nowadays is not always racist. It's just because sometimes people are just bad or ignorant and all that. Like there's some of the cases you be seeing against cops. It's probably not just because they racist. It's probably because
They're legit bad people.
yeah, it's suspicious and everything.
Like if I'm a black person, I'm talking to a white person, and they do something unfair, how come the first thing a black person wants to say is, "Oh, you're racist"? You know, I feel like they blow it out of proportion and they take it to extremes, and then that's probably why most people aren't taking it as seriously as they probably should sometimes.
Well, what else would you call it? Like, if it's not racism?
Prejudice.
No, well, I wouldn't call it that either. I'm saying, like, say I'm talking to a white teacher, and I'm like, "Can I sharpen my pencil?" And she says no, and the first thing I say is, "That's racist." Well, no, she's not racist. She might just be mean. You know, some
Well-
people are just mean.
Well, yeah. I think in that instance that it is blown out of proportion and they use the word racism wrong, because racism is just discrimination against, someone of a different ethnicity or whatever. But racism is like a big deal. Like racism shouldn't be taken lightly. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a problem. I'm saying some people just blow it out of proportion.
Yeah.
And then in return, we're not taken seriously when it is actually serious.
Yeah.
And an actual seriously racist problem.
The term is used too lightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using it against your friend when they do something mean.
Yeah,
Right. So what are the guidelines of racism? At what point do you say that's racist? And not just like that's mean?
All right, for example, if, like you said something about white teachers sharpening pencil thing,
Yeah, no, and she said no, and I said, well, you're racist.
if they let a white person sharpen the pencil, say, go ahead or something like that, and they told you no, then that could be considered racist.
Well, what if they asked, like, say I asked during a lesson and she said no, and then the white person asked when we were supposed to be, like, chilling doing our work. And then I look at the situation, I say, oh, well, she let them go, but I didn't look and say, oh, a policeman held the door open for me at Quick Trip the other day. I feel like they're becoming nicer. I mean, okay, I'm not going to say that all police are bad, okay? So I'm not afraid of the police. But if I get a bad vibe from a policeman, then yeah, I'm going to be like, you know what, bruh? Whatever. I'm out. Okay, but I'm not going to say I'm afraid of all policemen because not all of them are bad. You doing this?
Might need to talk.
You haven't said anything.
I've been chilling right
So
now.
you're not scared? You're not scared of police?
Oh no, because my brother used to be a police officer.
So you feel cool?
No, not really.
You know? I would just be like, my brother's a police officer. Let me slide on this ticket.
I wish.
So, if you have a black police officer, and we talked about this last week, but I don't think we finished it. So, and you two are new. So, would you feel? So you wouldn't feel any safer if it was a black officer and like a white officer?
I would feel safer with a black cop, yeah. Because I don't know, I feel like as black people you just have that like
Connection.
yeah. Like it's just like an instantaneous, like you have to be together. Like,
that
you
kind of
have to stand together because you're black. Like,
No, it's bad black cops too.
well, I've never seen a black
You
cop
don't,
in
you don't
Kansas
really
City,
see
so.
black cops.
It's bad black cops
Other
too.
than school, so.
So, all right, let's say a black cop was racial profiling a black person.
It's not racial profiling, it's just
It's racial
Profiling.
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 It is racial profiling.
With the cop to be
You
dark-skinned,
profiling
you
them
be
with race.
light-skinned.
But when you, if it's your race, you really not racial profiling.
It
you're
is.
just profiling.
No, it is.
So you
It's still wrong.
It's not
Yeah,
wrong.
okay.
If they
You cannot be mad at a white man for racially profiling you, and not be mad at a black man for doing the same thing.
if you get on the, if they get on the scanner and say they see a black man with tall, 6 foot and all that, of course if you 6 foot and black, of course they gonna look at you. It's not racial profiling. It's just
It is racial profiling.
It's
Yes,
just-
it is. If they assume that you're doing
Yeah.
something illegally just
it's
because
just
you're standing
it's
on the corner,
suspicion.
or
Like they
just
would,
because you're on the porch, or just because, like, that's racial profiling.
yeah, okay, I can understand if they was on the porch, but right now, if somebody was walking outside right now, it's really dark outside. So and somebody pulled them over, you really wouldn't.
Why would you assume that they had to be up to no good? Because it's a
Just-
white 6 foot tall boy.
it was just
he would
accent.
not
I would
get
do the
hit.
same thing if it was white.
No.
I don't care what race you are. It's
I agree with you.
yeah.
Racist black cops make me more mad than white.
But you
black
don't
cops.
really see racist
Yeah.
black cops.
Yes,
don't-
you
don't see
do.
I
Black, no,
I ain't never seen no
no,
racist black cops.
no. Black cops. No, I hate. No, I'm not gonna say I hate. But black cops get on my nerves because they always feel like, oh, I'm better than you because I got out the hood. What do you do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got that like that attitude where I'm better than you. I did this, so why can't you do it? I'm looking down on you. You still in the hood. You still trapping. What are you doing? Type of attitude. That gets on my nerves. They make me more mad than white police officers.
But
Right, they should understand from where you come
Yeah, they should
from,
understand you.
every
more.
black officer I ever met was not acting.
Why you meet an officer?
Huh?
Why'd you meet an officer?
Because I met officers before.
What was you doing?
Nothing. Like school, they be in school. They be in my school a lot. Every school I ever, most of the school I ever went to, they always there.
Have you ever been, like, racially profiled by
No.
at the plaza, at Urban Outfitters? There was a fight, you know, right at the Cinemark, and
I've been
Yeah,
followed
no.
by a cop at Walmart.
me and some friends, we got thrown in the back of the paddy wagon and taken to the station because they thought we were the girls that fought. And so,
They didn't even ask you? They didn't even stop and ask you?
no, because the people at Urban Outfitters were like, there were these black young girls, and they were like, and so we were walking the opposite direction, and I guess the other girls had taken off or something like that, and we ended up it technically wasn't arrested, but we had to go down to the station. Like, we didn't get put in handcuffs, we just got thrown in the back of the paddy wagon and taken to the station, and our parents had to come get us from there.
No, I would have been scared.
That sounds like a life story. Here, but that's our show. I'm Tresman Jackson.
I'm Deontay.
I'm John with an A.
Kobe.
Capri.
And thank you for listening to KC Teen Scene. We'll catch y'all next Tuesday. Thank you.
It was a different type of situation.
Well, that's common sense because,
It's not common sense for most people. It's not.
I mean, that's the reason. I mean, at least they have a reason for it. Like, you know, getting up because the teacher's not teaching. But if you're doing it during the lesson, then that's the wrong thing to do. Even if the person was white, they still would have said no.
So do you think you can always know when somebody's being racist?
Yeah. Yes and no.
Yeah.
No, because I think that sometimes, like how black people just are, like now, like we just take things like super lightly, and like we don't always act on everything that we see. So like I feel like there's a lot of like underlying instances where like white people are doing this kind of wrong, but we just don't. We kind of just like brush it off, like, you know what I'm saying? Like so.
Can a black person be racist?
No.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
How can a black person be racist?
When they talk about other races,
Like,
with
say-
racial slurs.
Yeah, say like
'Cause
they
you-
better and everything.
Because don't you always hear that quote where a black person can't be racist because in order to be racist you have to get something out of society or whatever, something like that. But I think that's crap. I feel like if you're legit treating someone different because of their race, then you're being racist. I don't care whether or not you get something out of it, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like considering today and how people are making everything such a big racial problem today, I feel like more black people are becoming more racist, and it's only causing more problems.
I personally feel like black people can't be racist because, we're black. We just can't do it. But
Can you, all right, let's say, all right, a black and a Mexican, or black and Asian, could they be racist towards each other? Does that count as, are you trying to say you can't be racist, black people can't be racist towards white people, or at all?
In general.
It's different. Like when black people and Mexicans or different races play, it's funny. But I'm sorry, but when it's a white person, you really can't say nothing about them because they ain't been through nothing like black people and Mexicans and every other race has. Everybody been through something.
Because basically white people have oppressed almost everybody.
Yes.
yeah,
So you think, so in that case, then nobody is racist except white people is what you're saying.
Kind of.
I'm still gonna say that regardless, if you discriminate against somebody because of their race and you treat them differently, then you're being racist.
yeah. Except for black.
No, not except for black people.
Except-
No, not except. So you're gonna say a Mexican can treat somebody different and not be called a racist either?
Yes.
Well,
That doesn't make any sense.
I just personally feel like nobody on earth has been treated worse than a black man other than like.
What about Jews?
Other than like.
Yeah, Jews.
What about the Indians that they forced?
I just feel like black people can't be racist because we're kids.
But with Native Americans, they get money.
Yeah, they do.
They get money
So,
for the.
so what do you call it when a black person says, "Oh, I'm not giving this to you because you're white"?
I call that a black
That's-
person.
A black person.
Well, actually, I don't know.
That's
It's kind
just
of
being him. They're just being.
It's being racist.
It is, but
Yeah.
it's not because you.
See, that's where you get the
'Cause he
whole
been
black people
oppressed.
playing victim and everything, you know?
That's true.
They should
Because
be
you
able to
can't
play
own up to
victim.
when you're making mistakes.
They should be able to play victim because that's 400 years of oppression.
Just because they brought us over and enslaved us does not give us the right to treat them like crap.
I know, because there are some.
I
nice
don't treat white people like crap. I'm just saying it's.
And it doesn't like eliminate how you're supposed to treat people. You can't say, I'm gonna treat you this way and I'm not racist, haha.
I treat everybody with respect, but I'm just saying if it was another person and they was doing it, it's not as racist as you think it is.
And this is Teen Scene again, and our phone number is, you can listen to us on KUAW.org. Our email is KUAW985@gmail.com. Our Instagram is KUAW_radio. Our crowdfunding is KUAW.tilt.com/KUAW. It helps us with our cell tower and equipment. If you guys haven't been listening or, tuning in, we have two new people. I'm Tristan Jackson, producer. Would you guys go around the table and introduce yourselves and what school you go to and what you like to do?
Oh, I go to Central and I like to. Oh, my name is Deontay. I go to Central High School and I like to chill. That's really it.
I like to chill. I'm John with an A. John with an A at the end. And I go to Raytown High School. I play piano and I write in my free time. I plan on going to UMKC after graduation as a pre-med major and a journalism minor.
I'm Kobe. I go to Grandview High School, and I don't really do nothing, to be honest. I just chill at the house.
My name is Capri. I go to Blue Ridge Christian, and I play sports. So I play basketball and I run track and I cheer.
Okay, the next topic is talking about available things to do in Kansas City as a teen. Usually when you say you want to go out, what are your options?
There's really no options.
The mall or
Movies.
the plaza.
that's about it. Like, or bowling. Everybody goes bowling or to the movies or to the mall, and there's really nothing else to do.
All right, I'm not from here. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. So there we had nothing to do, but we had a park and a mall and a movie theater, and that was it. Like, y'all got the plaza downtown.
That's nothing to do.
They got two professional teams, the Chiefs and the Royals, with in Sporting KC3.
We're talking about when, like, a regular old day, not a game, like, you can go to the game. I'm talking about, like, something to do.
You can go to power play. You can go to main event. You can go.
You too old for power play.
No, all that stuff is old to us because we've lived here for a minute. So that's new to you. So it's probably more fun to you. But that stuff is old to us. We're not excited.
You can go to, but still, you can go to Sky Zone. You can just go anywhere. And you got more, parks and freedom.
I'm so glad that you're
All
entertained in
that.
Kansas City. For those of us who are not entertained in Kansas City, why is that? Before I turned 18, there was really pretty much nothing I could do during the night when I went to go out with my friends. Like, when I went to the movies after homecoming, they wouldn't let us in after 9 o'clock. And I was like, 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock. They wouldn't let us in the movies till after 9 o'clock without without an adult. Yeah, you can't be on the plaza after a certain time during the summer, I believe. And, like, it's like everything has, like, an age limit because everywhere you go, there's, like, kids acting the fool. So would the reason we don't have activities be because kids don't know how to act?
Yes, because if they knew how to act, I think it'd be more areas where, like, you could have fun and be active and everything.
I don't think there would be, like, first of all, if we lived in, like, a perfect world and, like, kids behaved and things like that, like, where would you want to go? Like, I don't even know what I would want to do. Like,
So you want some trouble?
no, not no, I don't want trouble. I just can't think of anything. Like, I don't know what I want to do.
All right, so you guys have a theme park. You got World of Fun. Like, what do you want?
Bruh.
You want
Too
Disney
cold to
World?
go to World of Fun.
Bruh.
It's
I'm
right.
talking about like
What's-
during the summertime.
What's
Oh,
the
in the
fun cost?
summertime, World of Fun is
Oh, you
fine,
see.
but it's expensive and don't they have
35 just for a ticket.
right?
All right, then what would your what do you want?
Something to do.
See, we all say something to do, but we don't know.
Because they don't give us
True.
anything.
We don't know.
They don't
Don't-
give us anything.
don't give
So
us no options.
if they supplied us some activities, do you feel like
What activity?
some they could think of some?
We don't know.
that's okay. Then maybe that's why we don't have anything
Yeah,
to do.
because we don't.
Why are kids acting the fool? Is it because stuff?
I feel like
Examples.
it's 12-year-olds having babies, and then the 12-year-olds have 12-year-olds, and like it doesn't work.
It's just social media.
Yeah, social media.
But it's still like parental influence.
Yeah, it's just it shouldn't. I think that it's just the young people that having babies like that ain't ready for babies. Like, if you and your child could both receive child support check, it just shouldn't work. It shouldn't work.
So, what should be like the disciplinary actions?
I believe it's spanking your kid. You whoop that child.
Whooping and abuse to you?
No.
No.
It's not
No.
abuse, it's teaching them how to get in line and everything.
It's discipline.
So you saying like what punishment should your child have? Like if they're misbehaving and everything?
Yeah,
Wait.
You should
like shooting up the plaza.
Oh, shooting up at the plaza.
like
Nobody did
You
that.
talking about like talking backwards?
like shooting up the plaza, going out in public and acting the fool, and then causing stuff like this.
That's
shot
felony.
Where nobody ain't got nothing to do.
Plaza?
You didn't hear about when somebody shot?
No.
One of my
Oh.
friends, her ear got grazed by a bullet
Oh.
on the plaza, and that's after that happened. That's when they gave us. No, it was a whole bunch of teenagers on the plaza that night.
That's why I gotta go home at 9 o'clock. That's the answer right there.
Yeah, that's why. But I'm saying, like,
I
what
thought the curfew was 10.
what disciplinary actions would you think would change that? Would prevent kids from acting the fool?
First, you pop them in the mouth.
Right.
Second of all, if they do shoot up the plaza, they go into jail. So I mean, the
So
state
that's their
is
punishment.
the state is covering their punishment anyway.
I feel like we do need more security. Probably like we don't really have that much security on the plaza, but at the same time, it's like the police freak people out. So like, I don't really know. Maybe just like metal detectors or something. I don't know.
Every entry of the plaza or the mall. I wouldn't want to go to the mall no more.
A whole bunch of metal detectors.
Well, you said they're scared of the police.
Well, yeah, like, I mean, I feel like in the black community, like, you're kind of raised to, like, hate the police. You know what I'm saying? Like, people say, like, they're like, oh, there's some cops. Like, you know, people like, get down. Or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just an issue.
Are you personally afraid of the police?
Yeah. They,
So if something happened,
Would
are you afraid to the point where you wouldn't want to call the police?
I mean, if somebody was, like, dying in front of me, I'm pretty sure I'd dial 911. But, like, if there was, like, a situation where I feel like I can handle it, like, I wouldn't call the police. They're white men with guns and too much power. I'm good.
And black women.
You know,
And women.
I've never seen a black cop in Kansas City.
I have. I've seen one in
Never.
Raytown, so you
Never.
know there's black cops in Kansas City.
I've never seen a
You
black
really
cop.
only see the black cops, like, you really see black cops in, like, schools. I got, like,
Right.
I see him,
Right,
I see him every day.
I don't even want to talk about cops in schools because all the cops in my school are chubby. What can you do? What can you do for me if I'm in danger?
Them is security guards. I'm talking about, we got actual cops.
Yeah.
Okay, there's chubby cops too.
Yeah.
I
No,
never
you
seen none
can't
of
be
my
a chubby cop. No, RoboCop.
So why do we
is
have
just-
chubby security guards
You
in
really
schools?
only see chubby
Security
cops
guards
in,
is
like, the
different.
desk, at the desk.
Security guards still got a gun.
Not at
they
our
just
school.
got a
Nah.
stick.
No, my security guard got a
Yeah,
gun.
a little mace.
That's the
Our
real
always got
police.
his mace.
So he's a police. Yeah. So if he's chubby, what he gonna do for me?
I mean,
Shoot.
Right.
That's all they do.
I hope you have good aim.
do all security guards have a gun on them?
It's depending
No.
on what school you
No,
go
one
to.
them schools,
Yeah.
my school they do.
So,
Everyone.
so if somebody break into school, they might as well just call the police because they can't do anything.
My
Breaks
school doesn't
into
have
school,
police.
though.
That's what a security guard is for, though. He's supposed to be there to protect and serve.
Okay, if
No, that's the police. the security guards just break fights up and everything.
Teachers do that.
Like, nah.
No,
teachers,
they
that
don't.
ain't- Teachers, that ain't their job, though.
Teachers just chill.
The teacher's job is to teach us and not break up fights.
I'm not scared of the police. A policeman held the door open for me a quick trip the other day.
What does
I
that
feel like
mean?
they're becoming nicer. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say that all police are bad. Okay, so I'm not afraid of the police. But if I get a bad vibe from a policeman, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, you know what, bruh, whatever. I'm out. Okay, but I'm not gonna say I'm afraid of all policemen because not all of them are bad. You doing this?
Might need to talk.
You haven't said anything.
I've been chilling right
So you're not scared? You're not scared of police?
Oh no, because my brother used to be a police officer.
So you feel cool?
No, not really.
You know? I would just be like, my brother's a police officer. Let me slide on this ticket.
I wish.
So, if you have a black police officer, and we talked about this last week, but I don't think we finished it. So, and you two are new. So, would you feel? So, you wouldn't feel any safer if it was a black officer and like a white officer.
I would feel safer with a black cop, yeah. Because I don't know, I feel like as black people you just have that like
Connection.
yeah. Like it's just like an instantaneous like you have to be together.
It's
Like
that
you have to stand together because you're black.
No, it's bad black cops too.
Well, I've never seen a black
You
cop
don't,
in
you don't
Kansas
really
City
see
so
black cops.
It's bad black
I
cops
was
too.
in school.
So, all right, let's say a black cop was racial profiling a black person.
It's not racial profiling, just
It's racial profiling.
profiling.
It is racial profiling.
With the cop to be
You
dark
profiling
skinned,
them
you
with
be
race.
light-skinned.
But if it's your race, you really not racial profiling.
It
you
is.
just profiling.
No, it is.
So you
It's still wrong.
It's not
If
wrong.
it
If,
can't.
if they
You cannot be mad at a white man for racially profiling you and not be mad at a black man for doing the same thing.
if you get on the if they get on the scanner and say they see a black man with tall 6 foot and all that, of course if you 6 foot and black, of course they gonna look at you. It's not racial profiling. It's just
It is racial profiling.
It's
Yes,
just-
it is. If they assume that you're doing
Yeah.
something illegally just
it's
because
just
you're standing
it's
on the corner,
suspicion.
or
Like they
just
would,
because you're on the porch, or just because, like, that's racial profiling.
yeah, okay, I can understand if they was on the porch, but right now, if somebody was walking outside right now, it's really dark outside. So and somebody pulled them over, you really wouldn't.
Why would you assume that they had to be up to no good? Because if it was
Just-
white 6 foot tall boy,
it was just
he wouldn't
accent. I would do
have
the
been
same thing if it was white.
Yeah.
No.
I don't care what race you are. It's
I agree with you.
yeah.
Racist black cops make me more mad than white.
But you
black
don't
cops.
really see racist
Yeah.
black cops.
Yes,
No,
you
don't say
do.
that.
Black, no,
I ain't never seen no racist
no,
black cops.
no. Black cops. No, I hate. No, I'm not gonna say I hate. But black cops get on my nerves because they always feel like, oh, I'm better than you because I got out the hood. What do you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got that like that attitude where I'm better than you. I did this, so why can't you do it? I'm looking down on you. You still in the hood. You still trapping. What are you doing? Type of attitude. That gets on my nerves. They make me more mad than white police officers.
But
Right, they should understand from where you come
Yeah, they should
from.
understand you.
every
more.
black officer I ever met was not acting.
Why you meet an officer?
Huh?
Why'd you meet an officer?
Because I met officers before.
What was you doing?
Nothing. Like school, they be in school. They be in my school a lot. Every school most of the school I ever went to, they always there.
Have you ever been, like, racially profiled by
No.
at the plaza, at Urban Outfitters of the fight? You know, right at the Center Mark, and
I've been
Yeah,
followed
so-
by a cop in Walmart.
me and some friends, we got thrown in the back of the paddy wagon and taken to the station because they thought we were the girls that fought. And so,
They didn't even ask you? They didn't even stop and ask you?
no, because the people at Urban Outfitters were like, there were these black young girls, and they were like, and so we were walking the opposite direction, and I guess the other girls had taken off or something like that, and we ended up it technically wasn't arrested, but we had to go down to the station. So, like, we didn't get put in handcuffs, we just got thrown in the back of the paddy wagon and taken to the station, and our parents had to come get us from there.
No, I would have been scared.
That sounds like a life story right here, but that's our show. I'm Tresman Jackson.
I'm Deontay.
I'm John with an A.
Kobe.
Capri.
And thank you for listening to KC Teen Scene. We'll catch y'all next Tuesday. Thank you.